Hi guys, I'm just trying to adjust the camera. Let's have a look. That's a bit better. It's very sunny here. Hope you're all well. Got me coffee. Right then. Wow. So, who we got on? Linda. Hi everyone. So I've got the bit of the sun in my eyes, but we ain't gonna change that. Let's have a look. Let's read some of your copies. Right, let me just top my coffee up. Right, let's just move this. Right. Okay. Okie smoky pokey. Right, we're getting ready, guys. So I've had a bit of a busy morning. Get me coffee. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Woo! How is everyone? How is everyone? Right. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Let's just quickly read your comments. So I put on a bit of weight on my holiday, so I need to lose that. I've got to look at the right camera. So I'm looking at this camera. The sun's a bit in my eyes. Okay, so I've got a few bits to play for you. So we're back in the UK. Back in the UK, guys. Back. So let's just quickly. You lot have been chatting away. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Hi, Luann. Hi, Sandra. Philomena and Linda and Colleen and Deborah. So it has been strange being away. It has. It's felt a bit odd. I'm glad to come back. I had a good time, but I'm glad to be home. Who else we got? We've got Lorna. Let's just get everyone on here. So you guys have sent me so much info, like literally too much. I don't know where to start with it. Now, let's just catch up with the comments. Now, I wanted to cover some of the funeral stuff before I went on holiday. I wanted to do the funeral stuff, and because I'd gone on holiday, I didn't really cover it properly. So we're going to do a little bit today of the day of the funeral. No, the day it was announced that Elvis died. Now, you guys have sent me a lot of. There's a few things I want to cover as well, which I'm not going to do today because I need to just get my head around it. But what did you guys think of Joel Weishanker's speech on the Graceland tours and the was it 6,000? How much was the cost of the Graceland tours per person? Do any of you know? I do have some issues with that. I got a feeling Shauna did a video on it last night. I haven't watched it yet, but I watched a couple of minutes of it. Hi, Diana. What did you not think of the Joel Weishanker the talk that he gave about future plans for Graceland? Yeah. Now I just want to say, guys, I didn't like it. I thought it was very money grabbing. Now, can I have some feedback from you guys? And I know, this is how I see Joel Weishanker. And now, guys, I have issues with the fact that Elvis Presley Enterprises was ever sold. I have issues with that. I can hear the kids coming. 1 second. To Sandra, I didn't see how can I say it with the Joe? I did watch the speech. I watched it twice. Yeah, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Hope you're feeling well. Hi, Finola. I just didn't like it. I just thought all I could hear. Right. We do have to. Right, Right, the kids are in the background, but we do have to be quiet, kiddo. Videos, right. Well done, Deborah. How's the diet going? Okay. So all I could hear was money, 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 money. That's all I could hear. Give me more, give me more. Almost like they're trying to upscale it so that they could charge more money. That's all I could see. I didn't like it. And he uses, I think that Joel Weishanker uses the excuse of, oh, what would Elvis do? What would Elvis have wanted? That's what he keeps saying. Oh, we always try and do things. When we come up with an idea, we go, would Elvis have liked that? And I tell you now, guys, I don't think Elvis would have liked it. This whole Graceland tours and charging that kind of money and limiting the amount of people per tour is 8 people per tour. Please confirm it to me, guys. Elvis wouldn't have wanted that. Elvis would not have wanted these VIP expensive limited tours. He would not have wanted it. This is only my opinion, but what do you guys think? Yeah, I agree. And I think, yeah, it's for rich people. This is Diana. It's ridiculous. I just found the whole thing ridiculous, but it was being spoken about as if it was really clever, a really good idea. This is multi-millionaires coming up with ideas that, in my opinion, don't even have the right to be there. If Joel Weishanker ever watches any of my live feeds, I just want to say to you, my friend, that you seem like a nice guy and your heart is in the right place. I can tell you love Elvis, but you are a multi-millionaire. You're not reading the people right. These tours are, in my mind, are very, very expensive. And I feel that Elvis would not have wanted these tours. He would have been against it. I remember I watched, I read something yesterday that Elvis, once someone approached Elvis, one of the managers, and said, oh, I've got good news. We're going to increase the price of your concerts. So you're going to make more money. And Elvis said, no one is increasing the price of my concerts. The people work hard for their money. Elvis said, I know how it feels to go without, because obviously Elvis had a very humble life before he became famous. And Elvis did not allow them to increase the cost of the tickets. He didn't allow them to do it. The tickets stayed at the same price when he was approached. And that's because he knew that the people wanted good value, and he wanted his fans to be happy, and he wanted his fans to feel they're getting a good deal. So this thing with Joel Weishanker doesn't sit right with me, guys. Does not sit right with me. Right, let's read the comments. Elvis wouldn't want to take a ton of money. No, Diane, it's something for the rich people to pull for being a Presley cannot afford. Yeah, that's true, Diana. Graceland's far too commercialized now. It is, and this is why we didn't want, I know it happened a long time ago, guys, but we didn't want Elvis Presley Enterprises all sold off out of the Presley bloodline. We didn't want that. So now we're having to deal with the consequences of that for the last 30 odd years. And I blame, in my opinion, I blame Priscilla. I'm not being hateful to Priscilla. I personally blame Priscilla that the first time Elvis Presley Enterprises was sold off, 85% of it, was because of Priscilla. I really believe that. Exactly how I felt getting away with ours. A candlelight is supposed to be a holy time and not a party. Now, I heard that the candlelight vigil was very moving, yeah, and beautiful, but it was there was a lot less people there than normal. Now, is that because people feel that Graceland has become too much like a big business, too much like Disney World? You tell me, guys. Hi, so Finola, you're going on holiday, are you? Let's have a look. Yeah, Michael. Hi, Michael. Yeah. let's keep reading. If they want something for donation, they do something for the fans, for the Memphis locals. There are enough people who need help and friendly hand. And Linda says they may harm themselves with the fans in the end. The thing that annoyed me. Oh, I had a brilliant holiday, Michael. Thank you. It's not right. Graceland is the place to honor his life and keep it holy. Elvis was a spiritual man. Come on. The thing, I had about 10 of you send me that video, about 10 of you, and this has been going for 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days, and every time I watched different parts of it, I remember thinking it's just too greedy. But then he tries to butter it up by going, oh, we will always do what Elvis wants. We will always do what we think Elvis would have wanted. Well, I think they did the exact opposite. So I know that Shauna did a video about it as well. I agree with her. So come on, seriously, guys, who's gonna pay £6,000 for how long did the tour last? How long was each tour? Who's gonna do that? I know that they get a meal and all the rest of it. So hi Finola, hello. Oh, Finola, I'm sending you lots of love. Yeah, Yvette. Hi, Yvette. How are you? So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. I just wanted to mention that the Weishanker speech, didn't like it. Even the candlelight vigil. I've had quite a few messages from you guys saying that it was a very emotional, beautiful tribute, but many of you have messaged me saying the turnout was very poor. Now, there must be a reason for that. Now, I had an unusual comment I saw the other day that I haven't even been able to reply to. What's that? So my Elvis besties, Rhonda and Amy, are all over the interweb. I cannot be more excited for them. This is Amy Trudd. All right, so someone's put on the so someone's put. Let's have a look. Rhonda and Amy, they were at the candlelight vigil, and they were at Graceland for Elvis Week. So a lot of people are talking about this. Now, one of you is Vivek's there today. Vivek sent me a brilliant link. Let me just get it up. And I might come back and do this link later. Let's just have a look. Let's find it. Vivek, are you there? Vivek sent me a really good link about Elvis's medical history and his medical problems. And I want to go through it in detail. Let's see if I can find it. 1 second. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to make that my live stream for tonight. Who's that? Morning, my son. Right. Okay. So let me just show you it. Right. Here we go. It's this one here. It's Elvis's head and trauma, autoimmunity, pain, and early death. This was sent to me by Vibex. Thank you, Vibex. And it's very, very detailed. It's brilliant. And I want to read it to you guys, but it is going to take a while. It goes into detail about Elvis's health problems, which we're trying to prove that Elvis needed his medication. We're trying to prove that as Elvis fans, as Elvis defenders, as Team Elvis. And this is quite long. Yeah, do you want to come and say hello? We've got to be a bit quiet because I'm doing a live, yeah? So we're going to do that. Now, at the moment, I did want to just play you guys some of the funeral footage. No, some of when it was announced that Elvis had died, it went around the world, and some of the news clips that were released, and I wanted to just play a couple of those, and then I was going to play you some of the footage of the day that he passed. So I'm going to quickly do that now. I can't stay on for ages because we got stuff to do, but let's just have a look. Let's just find these things, okay.
I was busy with a script I had to remember.
Where is it? Here we go. Right.
Record company offered him an audition. His first recording, that's off the books. His road manager, Joe Esposito, about 2:30 this afternoon.
Right, are we ready, guys?
Tried to revive Presley without success. While the man collapsed at his Memphis home today, although otherwise an average soldier, Presley lived off base with his father and grandmother in a 7-room house. While he was in the Army, he earned nearly $2 million. When Presley collapsed at his Memphis home today, his road manager, Joe Esposito, tried to revive him. His personal physician met the ambulance at Baptist Hospital, but also failed to revive the singer. Elvis Presley, dead today at 42. Elvis was found by his road manager, Joe Esposito, about 2:30 this afternoon. Esposito tried to revive Presley without success while an ambulance rushed to his Graceland mansion. Elvis Aaron Presley was born in a 2-room house in Tupelo, Mississippi on January the 8th, 1935. He died this afternoon at the age of 42, a millionaire many times over, and probably the most famous recording star in history. Good evening. Elvis Presley, the longtime king of rock and roll, is dead. An autopsy report released tonight says the 42-year-old Presley died today.
Good afternoon, everybody. The fans of Elvis Presley continue to mourn his death today, a death that came as a shock to all of us. The late singer's body was returned to his Memphis mansion this morning, and plans were made to put the body on view there for 2 hours to allow mourners to pass by and pay their respects. Presley will be buried tomorrow after private funeral services. Newsman Jerry Liddell has a report on the gap that is left behind.
Elvis Presley reached most of his generation this way, through records and through the radio.
Well, I guess stations all over the United States are doing what we're doing here on WBZ, and that's playing songs by Elvis Presley. And if they miss this one, they're making a big mistake, because it's got to be one of the best Elvis Presley records of all time. Besides, I think it's great. This is old Shep.
Elvis Presley reached us because his sounds, his style of blues, or whatever it was that became the hallmark of rock and roll, came at us from every radio in the land.
Well, rock had started about, 2 years earlier, and everybody knew something was happening, but I don't think people knew what just was happening. As far as radio is concerned, he probably aided the demise of network radio as we knew it back then when I first started in the business in the early 50s, because people wanted to hear music, and he made people go to record stores, of course. He was good for every recording artist, because he got people into stores buying one of his records, and they'd buy one of somebody else's records. I remember people, nobody will ever be as big as Elvis Presley. Well, they were wrong.
That's true. Right, so there's a lot of that I want to play to you, but I don't have time to do it. I just wanted to go through a little bit of the footage that I did, and I did a talk over on it a while ago. I'm gonna have to shoot off, but I'm gonna come back and do more of it. Let's just find it. Right. I stumbled across this rare. So I made this a while. Let's have a look. Hi guys, I stumbled across this rare footage of the day Elvis Presley died. This is right. Let's get this one here. Astonishing. Right, just guys. Made me feel like right, you're gonna find this a bit sad, yeah. But I wanted to play it because I think it's worth watching. 1 second. Let's just get it on here. Okay. Right, you ready? Sorry about the sunlight, but guys, I stumbled across this rare footage of the day Elvis Presley died in Memphis, and I just found it astonishing to watch. It actually made me feel like I was there. So I'm gonna start watching it together with you and make some comments whilst it's playing. I think that's Graceland's there. Very old black and white filming, and I'm guessing this is the lands around Graceland. It's a bit unclear. I've never seen this footage before. I'm not sure what to expect. Oh, there's the wall, the main wall outside Graceland. So I'm pretty sure this was filmed on the day that he passed. Devon.
Some 300 people have gathered outside in front of the Presley home, and cars are backed up for miles in both directions down Elvis Presley Boulevard. It has been estimated that at least 2,000 people have stopped here this afternoon, all hoping for some word from the family that Elvis Presley really is dead. However, there's been no word from the Graceland mansion. Only members of the immediate family are allowed inside. The one uncle did tell me earlier today that Elvis Presley was in his bedroom, got up to go to the bathroom, and that was when he fell on the floor. Fred Stoll has been a gateman here for some 14 years. Mr. Stoll, when was the last time you saw Elvis?
The last time I saw Elvis was last week to he went for a drive.
And how did he look to you then?
He looked like he's feeling well. He waved at the fans and was smiling.
No evidence of any physical problem?
No, he seemed like he felt well.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. City officials have passed a resolution making tomorrow a day of mourning for Elvis Presley. All flags in the city are being asked to fly at half staff. Earlier today, I talked with some of the people who had gathered outside, and here on tape are some of their comments. From the moment it was announced that Elvis Presley was dead, fans and friends flocked to his house, and some stayed the whole day. Weeping, sobbing friends who were just looking and hoping for some word that the tragedy wasn't true. Are you a relative or friend?
I knew Elvis for 20 years. I knew him.
I've been here waiting since Sunday night to get a glimpse of Elvis, and last night he left the house about 11 o'clock with some friends and came back in about 2:30, quarter to 3, and he was fine then, and he was smiling and waving, and he had his girlfriend in the car and his doctor and a couple of other people, and they drove up and they waved and everything, and he looked fine. That was about 2:30 or quarter to 3, and then then this morning, and we were here again early this morning, and we saw the ambulance come, and the ambulance flew right in, and immediately we knew something was wrong, and they came right back down, and in the ambulance was Elvis Presley's doctor, and they were working on him, and they wouldn't say who it was, but we figured it was him, but they said it was his grandmother. How would you describe what you feel right now? It's just, I don't know, I just can't hardly believe it. I can't believe it. I just can't. I've been a fan of Elvis since I've been 16 years old. And my dream came true. My husband brought me up here yesterday to say Elvis is home, and I waited 21 years for this, and I don't believe it. I just don't.
This is such an emotional, rare footage video that I've found about the day Elvis Presley passed away. And just listening to all the different people talking, it's actually quite upsetting. It really does make you feel like you're there. And the cars are going up the very long driveway at Graceland. They're greeted by the security guard. I just find the atmosphere of this video hard to explain. It's very eerie. You can imagine just being there.
you wonder what's going through everyone's mind day in Memphis, August 16th, 1977. The whole of Memphis is in shock. I don't think they can believe it actually happened. In the distance there, you've got Memphis. You just sort of make it out. And the people walking in pay their respect. Thousands of people just hanging around, the cars going up and down. Life goes on. You see the gates there. People very quiet and sad. Just stand there, talking. And how does this footage make you feel? Does it bring back memories of that day to you, where you were, who you were with, when it was announced that Elvis had passed? Does this footage make you feel a bit closer to Elvis? I find it very, very interesting, this footage.
What time did you come in tonight?
I come on at 6 in the evening.
What was the situation when you got here? Were there lots of folks here?
There was a lot of people here, but I believe there's more here now than there was when I come on at 6.
What do you expect as the night goes on? Do you expect the crowd to thin out a little bit, or maybe get
Well, I suspect most of them still remain during the night, a good part of them.
Who's in the house now? Who is here?
Elvis's relatives, and there's placed no bodyguards, and that's about it. It's up at the house. Just most of his relatives and bodyguards up there up at the house.
Are you hearing from any others who said they're on the way in? Have you talked to any of them on the phone, maybe?
No, I haven't talked with anyone on the phone saying that they're on the way down here. But there'll probably be more coming in from out of town.
How many years you been working here?
I've been here 14 years.
All right, thank you very much, Fred.
Okay, thank you. The largest crowd that I've ever seen here, I believe, just about. And I've seen a lot of big crowds here.
Had any trouble with people trying to get through the gate or get over the gate or anything?
Not really too much. I haven't had too much trouble with people trying to get by me. Nothing like that much. Most fans will do what's right, you know. Nobody else.
that's it, guys. I know it's a bit of an unusual. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I wanted to play that because I don't think we covered it properly with the on the anniversary of Elvis passing on the 16th. So I want to, that is the sort of a little bit of footage of the day it was announced. I've also got some more footage of the day of the funeral, but I'm not going to do that now. I did want to play. Let's have a look. I wanted to play some of the reaction of the fans. Let's have a look. Let me just find it.
We were in Nashville yesterday at the Hall of Fame Museum when we heard about his death. So we decided as we were traveling back home, we'd stop here at and see him in Memphis. All right, thank you. See the nurse?
You remember your parents dressing like that, guy?
Okay, here we go. What's your name?
My name is Rebecca Hayden. I'm from here in Memphis.
Rebecca, why is it so important to come out here on a hot day and stand in line? There are more pleasant things to do. Tell me about it.
Well, personal reasons. Number one, I think I've been in love with Elvis Presley since I was 14. And I used to sit and calculate if he was too old for me or not. And besides that, I think Elvis had more impact on our society than any other popular musician, except perhaps the Beatles. And the Beatles were English, not American.
So, wow. Now, don't we all massively agree with what that lady has just said? That, we're still feeling the impact of Elvis Presley today, 47 years later. He really did change the world. We know that, don't we, guys? That's why we're here to defend Elvis Presley, because he's so underestimated in his impact on everything. Yeah, he touched everything, and it still is today. And so we feel motivated to defend him because he's perceived incorrectly. Yeah, I really believe that if you talk to the average person, they don't understand how Elvis changed the world. They don't see it. This is why we're here, Team Elvis. Team Elvis, that's what we're here to do, to show the world the truth.
I think that's why.
So I did, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Let's get to another interview.
Well, I don't know Elvis personally, but I've seen a lot of his shows, and I feel like he's a friend to me. And when one of your friends dies, you go to his wake.
You hear that? I'll play that again.
And when one of your friends dies, you go to his wake. Well,
I love that, what he just said. And this is how we feel. We feel like we are friends with Elvis, like we knew Elvis, like Elvis was a part of our family. And someone sent me a message the other day on my YouTube channel, comments, and they said, "Hi, I love your videos. Did you know Elvis?" And my answer was, well, no, I didn't know him personally, but I felt like I knew him. Yeah. How many of you guys feel like you actually knew Elvis? So when that question was asked of me, oh, did you know Elvis? Was that question asked because they're saying to me, you don't really have the right to talk about Elvis? Or was it just a genuine question asking if I knew him? So my answer to anyone that asks me that question is always going to be, yeah, I felt like I knew him. How many of you guys feel like you knew Elvis? Seriously, how many of you guys felt like you knew Elvis? Because I think all of you do.
I don't know Elvis personally, but I've seen a lot of his shows, and I feel like he's a friend to me. And when one of your friends dies, you go to his wake. And I just thought it was the thing to do. We left this morning at 10 o'clock out of Chicago and got down here. And we'll stay here and hope to view the casket.
ABC. Got a damn good interview from a veterinarian. He's a young boy right there. They closed up the cracks and flew in this morning and said just closed up. Where's he from? Atlanta. Some guy just interviewed him. He gave him about a 50-minute interview of every
Funny seeing all the
record.
cars. Look, a couple of Volkswagen Beetles there.
A girlfriend to see my supposed to be home. He's right there now. He's in a brown shirt like this, except it's solid, got little tan stripes. Go interview him, man. He's damn good. Is that him there under the umbrella? No, he's looking further down.
Let's try and get to an interview. Here we go.
We should get your wife over there. I guess she's your wife. Yeah. Why is it so important for you to come here? Because he was my idol. I liked the way he sang and followed his career for years. And we used to go see a lot of his shows. And I just wanted to come and pay my respects. And would you walk out here a little bit to me? Into the sun? Why, you were saying earlier about your feelings about getting in, not getting in.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if I can't get in, at least I was here, and I think he might know that, you know, everybody cared for him.
Well, hi, beautiful.
I don't know.
And that's important.
Yes, it's important.
Why?
They're talking about the day
He
Elvis
was a
died.
great human being. And he's going to be missed by everybody. I know he will. I don't know what else to say.
Well, you were thank you, an avid Elvis fan. That's very good. Thank you very much.
It's funny, right? Yeah, let me just move over so you've got some room. Right, so Yasmin wants to show you her little rabbit. Shh, don't let it go on the computer. Watch. Right, look at the camera here. That's where they're looking here, see? She loves it. Does it have a name?
Yeah, Emily.
So they're all saying hello to you.
Emily.
She's had her hair braided. See all this? Very cool. Look at the camera. Say, go Team Elvis.
Go Team Elvis.
So, look. Oh, they're all saying how beautiful you look. Love your hair. So, let me just keep going. I'm going to play another comment. I like the little interview guys when they interview the people. Oh, here we go. Let's listen to this man. Okay, are we ready, Yasmin?
Tell me what you do and what you've done today and why you've come here.
Well, I'm Ronnie Bickley from Atlanta. I'm a veterinarian there. I have a quite active small animal practice, and I canceled appointments for 2 days when I heard of Elvis's death to come up here and pay my respects. I consider Elvis a part of my life from childhood through my teen years and my adult life, and I feel a part of it's gone now.
Lovely. Right. Yes, my lovely boy. All right, you do that. You can tell we're at home in my kitchen. Right, I'm going to put some of this on to play so you can watch a bit of it before I go. Right, are we ready?
Back from holiday.
Yeah, we're back from holiday. Right.
I feel a part of it's gone now. I feel a great loss.
I see you here with your suitcase. It's difficult for many of us to understand the loss that those in line say they feel. Tell me a bit more about it.
Well, all my life I've loved music. But everything that I hear, every new artist that comes out, I've always compared to Elvis Presley. I haven't heard one yet that could come close. I feel like he is to the 50s what it took a dozen different people in the 60s to be to that group. And he will never, ever be replaced by anybody.
Thank you, Ron. You're talking with him.
You're rolling down.
Can't see.
Chill. Hand left. Back up to stretch left. Look, back up to stretch to get the one. Can you shoot it there? Can you see it?
You will once you get past this.
I used to live. It's ABC. Yeah. Wait. Just wait till he gets done. All right. Yeah, sure. Charge him a quarter. Nobody pays off, though. You can do something. Well, that's why.
There might be a bit more. Let's just see if there's any more, guys. We'll have a little watch. So basically, that is the day. Right, let me just get the. No, I think that might be the end of it. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's the end of it. So, you know, that footage. The thing that I like about that footage is that you actually feel like you're there, stood with the crowd, with the people that are grieving. You can see that it's completely overwhelmed so many people. It brings back so many memories, and many of you will remember where you were that day, how it felt, how it affected your parents or your brothers or sisters or uncles and aunties. And it stays with us, doesn't it? We all remember that day. And the funny thing is, even now, all these years later, 47 years later, we still feel the same. We haven't changed, isn't it? It's just unbelievable how the impact that it's had on all of us for decades.
No, I tell you why.
Right, let's play a bit more of this. Sorry, Yasmin.
For some, it was a sign of their love for Elvis. For others, it was investment.
As one might imagine, Presley's death has resulted in a rush of record buyers to Boston music and record stores, cleaning out the stocks in some instances. Those who spread his fame over local radio stations today reflected on the impact the King of Rock had on his fans and on the new music sound. Roger Goodrich reports.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Elvis was no hound dog to the millions of fans who loved to hear him and to watch that famous pelvis in action. And Arnie Ginsberg, now a Medford radio station manager, better known at the height of his platter spinning fame as Woo Ginsberg, told us today he didn't really know Presley, and there was hardly anyone who did.
Never met him, and he's a very private person. I don't know anybody who knew Elvis.
What do you think accounted for Elvis's great success?
I think, first of all, that the year 1956, it was the Eisenhower-Graceland era, and music was kind of dull. The Doris Day, Eddie Fishers had said all they had to say, and people were looking for something new, and Elvis took this combination of the black music, the rock and roll, the rhythm and blues, and the country music, mixed them together, and he just had a great natural style, and he had a super talent. He could communicate. People loved him. And I think, at that time, it was teeny bop music. The kids had their own music, and at last they had their own super style. And he was very colorful. The way he played the guitar, the way he dressed, the way he looked. He was their rebel with a cause.
Saddened Presley followers spread a banner saluting their star over Storrow Drive today. Presley biographers and friends are debating reports Presley was heavily into drugs and let the drug habit run his life. Ginsberg said nothing he knew of Presley would lead him to believe the singer was a victim of severe drug addiction. Roger Goodrich, News 5, Medford.
Incidentally, the doctor who performed the autopsy said there was no evidence of any drug abuse. There have been scores of eulogies to Elvis, but perhaps the most notable came today from President Jimmy Carter. In a statement issued by the White House, the president described Presley as someone unique and irreplaceable, whose music and personality permanently changed the face of American popular culture. The president said that Elvis was a symbol to the world of America's vitality, rebelliousness, and good humor.
Boston Patrolman John O'Brien may keep his house after all. We'll have
And performers now carry names that smack of H.G. Wells. The changes, of course, are inevitable. The memories and the
So I think we get a feel, don't we? I'm trying to give you guys a bit of a feel for how that day felt. I want to come back and do some footage of the actual funeral as well, and just the funeral footage, as we all know, there's loads of it on YouTube, loads of it. You can literally hours of it, and it breaks our heart every time we watch it. It all just comes flooding back. But later on I do want to go through this document that Vibex sent me. I don't think Vibex is on yet. I have a document really detailing Elvis's chronic illnesses. It explains some of the medication that he needed and why he needed it. So it goes into the medical history of Elvis with his parents and grandparents. It even talks about different, I think there's certain people that knew, like Dr. Nick, obviously, but there's certain people that actually knew about some of Elvis's serious medical problems. But I do think generally Elvis was a very proud man and kept most of it to himself. And I think this is part of the reason why when you listen to the Memphis Mafia, they don't talk about the medical problems. I know Charlie Hodge does, but generally they don't talk about his medical problems because they didn't really know. I think Larry Geller does, but there was a general thing here that these people were assumed that he just wanted to, it was mainly for pain relief and for sleeping and for adding and boosting energy. So anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go. So thanks, everyone. I'll be back on later. I'm going to do some exercise and go for a run. I'm going to be back later, guys, but I wanted to do something quickly today. So quite a sad live stream, but I wanted to mark the occasion of Elvis's passing, and we're going to do another one, the funeral footage. But tonight I'm going to do this medical thing that Vivek sent me, and then tomorrow we'll do some of the funeral footage. That's what I've got in mind. So I'm going to have to go, guys. We've been on for nearly an hour. I'm so happy to be back. I'm going to try and block out this sunlight so that we can see the footage a bit clearer. So I'm sorry about all the sunlight. I know it was annoying. Yes, we're back. We are back. Team Elvis is back, taking care of business. Thank you. So have a great day, Team Elvis. Thanks. It's so great to be back here with you guys. I'm even going to start trying to make a couple of videos as well. I think I need to get back onto making videos because I've been concentrating on just live streams. So we're going to do a bit of that as well. Thanks, Kelly, Dan, and Lorraine, and Carolyn, and Jane, and Elvis Presley, and Deborah, and Patricia, and Lorna, and Yvette, and Teresa. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So there's a few of you that I've missed. Let's just have a double check. Yeah, I think that's covered all of you. And there's 30 of you watching. You're very welcome to join us on Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. And don't forget, we have a Facebook, which is called Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams. The Facebook, please join it. Then we can notify you when we go live. It's called Defending Elvis Presley Louis Daily Live Streams. And as usual, I always say, if any of you guys want to be members, please click the join button. And thanks, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you soon. All the best to everyone. Sending you lots of love.